Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review The Beach House, which premiered in 2019 at the Strasbourg European Fantasia Film Festival before going off on a long-legged genre film festival circuit tour, and will premiere on AMC's Shudder, July 9th, 2020. It is the directorial debut of Geoffrey A. Brown, who previously was a notable location manager. The film stars Liana, Liberato, and Noah Gros, son of James Gros, playing Randall and Emily, who are a collegiate-aged couple who are trying to repair their tensions by visiting his father's usually vacant beach house. After an intimate reconnection, they find out that another couple who happen to be friends of his father's are just staying there. Jane, played by newcomer Maryann Nagel, and character actor Jake Weber playing Mitch. It immediately appears that this older couple is also going through something significantly traumatic, which seems to be Jane potentially having a terminal illness based on all the medication she's taking. They end up, three of them, sans Emily, eats the oysters, which is important that night at dinner. They go through all the wine and then take some edibles. And then while that's happening, strange iridescent plumes are attaching themselves from the air on all the things outside. Emily, while Randall has dropped out of college, which is a point of contention with his father and her, she is studying astrobiology, which is one of the film's very convenient measures. But that said, Brown does weave that intriguingly into the dialogue to kind of hint at what's going on here, as the very next day things take a severe left turn, and you know exactly what's going to happen. We're waiting to see who's going to survive the strange things that are coming out of the sea that have attacked this community. So yeah, effectively this is an eco-horror film that plays a little bit like Invasion of the Body Snatchers perhaps, but reminded me a lot of the 2012 found footage horror film directed by Barry Levinson, The Bay, which also details something coming out of the sea life that's terrorizing the coastal town. Also, this is another film where the third act feels a little too stretched out, where it almost would have behooved the narrative if it had been a little more front-loaded with details about the town, the quickly decimated population, because Jake Weber and Maryann Nagel had to get those oysters somewhere, as well as if they'd spent a little more time on the character development, we'd also feel a little bit more for what's happening to these people. And the weirdness, I don't know, I felt like it could have played up a little bit more on the lynching weirdness of what's going on with Jane. But Brown does try to kind of play with textures, with the drug part of the film, and I almost wish that would have been pushed a little further, kind of like a blue sunshine, to make this even a little more ambiguous before, without a doubt, everybody knows what's going on. Some good cinematography with the limited settings by Owen Level. It reminded me also a little bit of The Mist. Jake Weber, a notable character actor who's usually kind of on the sinister side, is effective. Thought Maryann Nagel was quite good in her film debut as Jane. And Liana Liberato, who increasingly in all of her indie work is quite impressive as Emily, as the resilient protagonist. Overall, I would give Mr. Brown's debut 3 out of 5. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.